unparalleled in Cruise-In history. A dramatic and historic occasion as car enthusiasts from around the globe descend on downtown Troutdale, Oregon. A spectacle of color and pageantry that drew thousands of fans. Here is the first dramatic film of the 2015 Troutdale Cruise-In.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
The morning's classic car traffic was hot and heavy as the Troutdale Kiwanis welcomed Cruise-In participants to the 2015 Cruise-In.
We're down here at the 2015 Troutdale Cruise-In, and you know what they say? Men in their muscle cars, but women have them too.
Hey, Moondoggy.
There would be no Cruise-In without our fantastic volunteers.
What does Kiwanis mean to you?
What does community service?
This young lady is Shireen. Shireen, tell us all about why you're involved today.
I wanted to help out the Kiwanis because they do good work in Troutdale.
I have Grant and John here from the Troutdale Kiwanis. All right, and what makes it so special? Why are you here today?
It's special because we're helping the kids of America. We're helping Dornbecker Hospital and a Kiwanis camp on Rhododendron, and great things we do for kids.
Oh, that sounds awesome. And how about you? What?
We also do things for the Troutdale Elementary School and also Troutdale Terrace, so we do things locally here for the community as well. And it's just great to be involved with it and helping kids, and so I encourage everybody to join the Troutdale Kiwanis Club.
What does being a Kiwanis mean to you?
I think the important parts of being in Kiwanis is serving the children. That's ultimately what we do. We do this so that we can offer children numerous opportunities, whether it's scholarships or helping them out with many of their activities. In addition, that's really the whole focus of what Kiwanis is serving the children of the world. So it's just a great opportunity that people get to hear our story and we get to hear their story. So ultimately, that's why we do it. We're here for the kids.
The best thing about making a Cruise-In video, you get to meet the car owners.
Notice this beautiful Chevrolet Corvette. What year is this?
61.
And Mike, how did you acquire this relic?
Well, it was a pile of junk in parts that we put on a trailer and towed up from Albany. You couldn't hardly tell it was a Corvette.
That is unbelievable because it's absolutely gorgeous. So, and putting it all together, original parts then?
Oh, well, original design parts. They're from Corvette Image in Gresham, and they make parts. They make the panels like the factory originally did.
Wow. Well, it is amazing. And what kind of engine is in this car?
It's got an LS3 out of a 2010 Camaro, and C4 suspension, which is 93 Corvette suspension. Yeah.
Wow. And where have you gone in this car and how fast?
Oh, I can't talk about that.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous. Well, thank you for coming down and bringing it down.
Thank you.
right, well, we're talking to Bill, and he brought this beautiful classic car.
This is a 1946 Chevrolet Fleetmaster convertible. Has a 355 Chevrolet in it with a 700R. This car has been everywhere from Fresno all the way over to Reno and back several times. We drive this almost on a daily basis in the summertime. Rain or shine, we've been to the Reading Car Show. We've blown out the right front tire and tore off the right front fender, and we've had a hole in the top from a fire. So this car has a little history. And if you read a little billboard over there, it will show you pictures of it, how it originally started. It came out of a riverbank. So all cars are salvageable. It just depends on your imagination. A lot of people take a car that's already pretty much together and then restore it or make a street rod out of it. This one was just a shell to start with. So almost everything on this is different. French headlights, French tail lights, radius front fenders. The nose has been pancaked and peaked. It's 76 Cadillac seats. So this car is comfortable at any speed and any distance. You never have to get out.
That is awesome. It is a very beautiful car. It does look very comfortable. As a matter of fact,
Why don't you go sit in it?
let's go. Oh, sit in it.
Let's do that.
Okay. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is so cool. Oh, and I love the floorboard covers. Yosemite Sam, they're so cute. Anyway, beautiful. Yes, very luxurious, very comfortable. Wow. Can you imagine, folks, taking it to Reno quite a few times and back? Even, let's keep driving. Lyle, what type of car is this and what year is it?
It's a 1951 two-door hardtop Chevrolet.
Wow. Well, it is beautiful inside and outside. How did you acquire it?
Well, I had a 35 Dodge. It was an original, and I saw this at a dealer, and I went down to my Dodge, and we made a deal. I think I got the best part of the deal.
I believe you did, sir. Wow, Lyle. No, this is absolutely gorgeous. Is it all custom?
Mostly custom. It's got a 265 Dodge or Corvette engine in it, rack and pinion steering, and a special front end and a special rear end and a special transmission. So it's custom.
Listening to their good time music at the 2015 Troutdale Cruise-In. Woo! I'm a old boy, I'm a long way from home. I'm an old boy, I'm a long way from home. With Kissin Radio, because we all grew up with it. Now this is a new Kissin Radio.
Right. We are a non-profit, listener-supported community radio station. Low power off of Mount Scott, and we cover most of Portland pretty well. We can pick it up out here in Troutdale, no problems.
Wow. So, folks, 95.1, I remember when it was 90 Wonderful.
Yes, now it's 95 Point Wonderful.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as Rob is filming, I'm going to talk to the owner, Eric. I do know that this is a Buick, and this is the original color. And what was the name of that color?
Saturn Yellow.
Saturn yellow.
The car was all there, but it needed restoration, so I finished it in about '05. I did a lot of work myself. I didn't do the paint. I didn't do the interior, but I did almost all of the assembly with a friend or two. So,
and it's Buick's own original paint from what year?
1970.
1970. And this is a beautiful car. How did you acquire it, number one, Eric?
In 1990, I bought it from the original owner. And he's a Catholic, well, he's dead now, Catholic priest. It was here in Portland.
Oh my goodness, what a story that is. Now, where have you gone in this car and how fast?
At PIR. Did a 1290. Actually, my son was driving it. He did a 1290 at 106.
106.
Legally, at the drag strip, 106. So.
And that is cool, though. That's a very well-built Buick. Mm-hmm. Right now we're talking to Lee, and Lee, this is a beautiful classic car. Can you tell us like the year and what it is?
That's a 1967 Austin Healey. This is the last year they made them. And I bought this car when it was only 8 months old in 67. And I've had it ever since. Has original paint, upholstery. You know, I took really good care of it. And we went on our, in 68 I got married and went on a honeymoon in this thing. Drove down to Mexico and went over to Carlsbad Caverns and Grand Canyon, his ice, you know, Reno. We went 4,500 miles in 10 days and spent $96 on gas total.
Isn't that a classic story? I love that story, Lee. How fast have you driven this car?
Well, I got about 85, 91 time. I was about ready to suck the top off, so I decided not go any faster. The wind going over it wanted to pull the top off of it. The seats are real small in the back, but grandkids fit in them.
Well, I'm delighted that you came out to see us here in Troutdale, and we hope to see you again next year.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome, thank you.
Okay.
After we talked to classic car owners Pat and Pat, we discovered that love was in the air when they met.
So I see 99 on it. Does that mean anything? Is that significant?
99, that's the year we met.
So you met in 1999. Is that due to the fact that you both love cars?
Well, it happened that we both loved cars. That is the reason we met. This is before any of the Match.com stuff, and it was on the internet. She was out trolling, and she caught me. So
she did some fishing, did she? Wow. Well, this is a great story. And how did you acquire this car? What's the history behind this car?
Well, we did not build it. We were in the process of building one on a 32 chassis, and this became available, and it was too good a deal to pass up.
It's the coolest car in the whole world to drive. That's one thing I can say for sure. We bought the car 5 years ago, and since then I've driven it probably 18,000 miles. Sure. So we've driven it all, I don't even know how many states, but probably 40-some states. But it's a fabulous car. It's all 1931 Buick car. It's just way fun car.
We're talking with Joe, and he has this awesome car. Can you tell us the year and the make and model of this car?
It's a 1939 Pontiac convertible.
It's a beautiful car. The paint, the wheels, everything. So how did you acquire this car?
I bought it from Joe DiOrio about 10 years ago. It was all basically junk.
Well, it's absolutely gorgeous. And how far have you gone and how fast?
I've been up to 90 with it anyway, but I've been down to California and up into Washington, just the West Coast.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, it's a truly, truly unique and beautiful car. Love it.
Hey now, Cruise-In fans, you'll want to pay attention at the end of this next interview because there is indeed something about the sound of an engine.
1971 Chevrolet C10 stepside, two-wheel drive.
Okay, and how'd you acquire this vehicle?
I actually bought this car outright, but I know a little of its history, which led me to the purchase. The car was bought by a customer of mine some time ago in Texas, and it had a blower motor in it. He blew it up. So he took it to a local Chevrolet dealer and had them install a crate motor. It now has a 572 cubic inch, 620 horsepower motor in it.
Sounds powerful.
It is. Powerful enough to lose the transmission in a week.
Whoa.
It now has a built 700 R4 in it to handle the horsepower. The car has less than 300 miles on it since that was done. The car will exceed 100 miles an hour, and it's got a real low gear ratio in it. It'll do it very quickly. Yeah.
Very cool. And then there's some interesting decals here on the back, or is that a paint job? What is that?
Paint. Yes, it is paint. Wow. It's just a custom design. Demonic clowns.
Well, are you the Joker?
I've been called worse.
Sound of an engine.
Something about the sound of an engine. And here we go. We're going to be listening to the sound of this engine. That was great. Wow.
That's what I love to hear.
That's what we love to hear. We really do. And what's your website?
SteveLeachMotors.com.
Now, this is Shelby Cobra.
Yes, it's an 06 Mustang GT that looks like a 2000 Shelby because it was the 40th year. So I bought it at an auction. It was a wrecked car, and I put it back together because I was going to actually use the parts for another car, but it was too much. But I went ahead and put it back together. And so what you're looking at is it looks like a 2007 Shelby GT 500, but it's not, and it's a lot less money than that. So It's a nice car, though. It's Vista Blue with the titanium silver stripes that are painted on, so it's not a decal. And it's got upgraded tires and wheels and suspension. It's a really good driving car. It's really fun to drive.
Well, and being fun to drive, so how far have you driven it and how fast?
I've driven it all the way from San Diego, California to here. And to the police officers out there, I've never gone over the speed limit.
Well, or not been caught, right?
It's pushed 150 miles an hour. Let's put it that way.
Whoa! Oh, right.
California, Mr. Oregon police officer.
That's right. So don't go after Fred here in Oregon because he definitely adheres to the legal speed limits, right?
Yes, I do. I always adhere to the illegal speed limit.
And that's what's great. Thank you, Fred. Enjoy the show. It's Kevin Biebedorf. I actually had his dad freshman year of science. Yeah, he was great. I did a lot of extra credit projects. So I could get those A's. Oh, yes, I did. So, Kevin, nice to meet you. This is a classic car. It's a gorgeous Ford Falcon. Now, how did you acquire it? What year is it? Can you tell us something about this car?
It's a 63 Falcon Futura convertible, and I acquired it after an eBay auction. So it wasn't sold as the minimum price. I was able to get it at a lower price. It came from New Jersey, and I had a flatbed truck delivered to my neighborhood, and that was about 11, 12 years ago.
Really? So you've had it for a good 11, 12 years then. So is it all original? What have you done to it?
Original. There's been some upholstery repair, carpet kit put in, a new convertible top. Other than that, the paint and everything else you see was purchased as is. So.
Wow, you're one lucky fellow. This is a gorgeous classic car. Now, where have you been in it, and how fast have you driven it?
It's a 176 cylinder. I'm not sure of the horsepower. 2-speed automatic transmission, so it doesn't go very fast, but once it does get up to 70, 75, it's a pretty smooth ride.
Very nice. And how far have you taken it? Have you gone?
The furthest I've taken it so far is just up to Woodland, Washington from Portland and back. Taken several trips out to the Sherwood Cruise-In and some other local cruise-ins around the metro area. Other than that, that's about the furthest I've taken it.
We're going to let Ed and Kitty tell you all about the fun they've had in this car.
It was kind of a rat when we got it. Everywhere it had fluid, it leaked. So we started with the engine, rebuilt the engine and the transmission, and all the bumpers redone, and paint, a new top, and all new interior. Pretty much everything. A lot.
Painted. It was like a fire engine, orange. You kind of had a little orange to it. And this color here is a 2009 Ferrari red. I like to call it a slut red, but we really like this one here. But no, we've had a lot of fun in it. We've had several old cars before. We've had this one the longest, and more fun being a convertible.
Exactly, especially in the nice weather we've had last year and this year. Now, how far have you taken it, and how fast have you driven it? Come on, Ed.
Well, I'm a retired truck driver, so I don't drive very fast, but I've had up to about 70, 75. And we used to go, we haven't done it in a few years, we used to go to Astoria on Highway 30 and then take 101 to Newport and then cut over to I-5 and come home. It's a little over 300 miles.
That is a great trip. I'll have to tell Rob we got to do that. I like that.
so ends another Troutdale Cruise-In. We want to thank you for watching our show, and we will see you next year.